YCN, your local view on WVBK-CA, serving Manchester, Londonderry, Vermont, and South Charlestown, New Hampshire, and WVBQ-LP, serving Charlestown, New Hampshire, and Rockingham, Vermont.
Coming up tonight on YCN, a house fire causes a total loss, but luckily, no one was in the house. Springfield Police Department is searching for this man who stole from Jasinski's Market on Park Street. Father Rainey Butler tells us about the La Siette Shrine and the famous Christmas light display and concerts they put on there. And U.S. Congressman Frank Ginta discusses what the Republicans learned after this election. With more news and weather, stay tuned. It's time for YCN, your local view.
Now, your daily digest of the Dartmouth-Lake Sunapee region. News, sports, weather, public affairs, and all that is happening in our area. The YCN News Hour, your local view.
Hello and welcome to YCN. I'm David Carmichael. This morning a fire broke out in Newbury on Chalk Pond Road. Crews from New London, Sutton, and Bradford and Newbury arrived on the scene. Luckily, no one was inside the Summer Lakeside home. It is believed a propane tank exploded, causing the neighboring houses to report the fire. The house was engulfed in flames when crews arrived.
Basically, it was just protect the exposures when we got here. There was strong winds heading in this direction over here, and we were worried about losing that house at the time because this thing was just, basically we had to write this house off initially to protect the others.
Crews arrived here at around 1:15 a.m., taking them about 3 hours to contain the fire. It is still undetermined what the cause of the fire was, and it is still under investigation. The arrest of a man and a woman wanted on federal drug charges in Montana was made yesterday by the FBI, with the Claremont Police Department serving as an assisting agency. Heather and Frank Mannion were arrested yesterday at around 2 p.m. in the area of Main Street and Clay Hill Road by FBI agents from the Bedford office. A vehicle was towed from the scene after the arrest. The Mannions will be arraigned in U.S. District Court in Concord tomorrow. The Springfield Police Department is looking to identify the male in this image, captured by a security camera in Jasinski's Market on Park Street. He is believed to have been involved in a theft of a large quantity of cigarettes. Anyone knowing the identity of this subject is encouraged to contact Sergeant Malgano at the Springfield Police Department at 802-885-2113. Governor John Lynch has ordered New Hampshire's flags to be flown at half-staff today to honor former Senator Warren Rudman, who died last week. A memorial service is being held in Washington, D.C. this afternoon for Rudman, who served 2 terms in the Senate representing New Hampshire. He is also a former Attorney General for New Hampshire. President Obama has granted a major disaster declaration to New Hampshire to cover infrastructure repair, emergency protective measures, emergency response costs, and the cost of debris removal for Belknap, Carroll, Coos, Grafton, and Sullivan counties. Previously, New Hampshire received an emergency declaration to cover the cost of emergency protective measures for Cheshire, Hillsborough, Merrimack, Rockingham, and Stratford counties. Governor John Lynch is also requesting debris removal for the 5 southern counties, but the request was not granted. All 10 New Hampshire counties are eligible for hazard mitigation funds that cover costs for projects intended to reduce future disaster damage. Federal assistance for disaster aid programs cover 75% of eligible costs. State and local jurisdictions are responsible for the remaining 25%. After the break, Father Rainey Butler tells us about the La Siette Shrine and the famous Christmas light display that they put on there.
The YCN News Hour continues in a moment.